Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. I hope you're having a wonderful day. Before we dive in, don't forget to hit that subscribe button. It really helps. Now, let's get into today's story, one that had millions of viewers holding their breath. Picture it, your morning coffee in hand, the familiar hum of your favorite armchair, and the warm, easy chatter of Kelly Ripa and Mark Consuelos filling your living room. For decades, their chemistry has been a staple of morning routines, like an old friend keeping you company. But one day, something shifted. The usual sparkle in Kelly's eyes was clouded, her smile fragile. Mark seemed quieter than usual, subdued. And then it happened. Kelly gripped Mark's hand, her voice unsteady as she whispered words that cut through the studio. In that instant, the light-hearted banter of morning TV gave way to raw, unfiltered humanity. It wasn't just another broadcast. It was history unfolding, live, unscripted, and deeply personal. To understand why Kelly's emotional farewell struck such a chord, we have to rewind. Kelly Ripa joined live in 2001, stepping into the spotlight beside Regis Philbin. She wasn't just another host. Her charm lay in her honesty, sharing stories about her kids, laughing at herself, and speaking to viewers as if they were friends across the kitchen table. Over time, she became more than a television personality. She became part of people's lives. And then came Mark. Their love story began back in 1995 on the set of All My Children. Sparks flew instantly, and only a year later, they shocked everyone with a surprise Las Vegas elopement. Against all odds, they built not just a marriage, but a family. Together, they raised 3 children, juggled demanding careers, and managed to thrive in a spotlight that often tears couples apart. When Mark officially joined Kelly as her co-host in 2023, audiences got to see something extraordinary. Their marriage, their banter, their very real love, all unfolding live on air. Their teasing, their laughter, it wasn't staged, it was real. And that authenticity is what made Kelly's farewell so profoundly heartbreaking. There's something unique about live television. No scripts, no retakes, no chance to edit out the emotion. What you see is what's happening in that exact moment. On that unforgettable day, Kelly's breaking voice and streaming tears couldn't be hidden behind a polished smile or masked by a commercial break. What viewers saw was not a performance, but a woman overwhelmed with love, loss, and the fear of change, broadcast live for millions to witness. It reminded everyone why live TV remains so powerful, even in an era of perfectly curated social media feeds. It's real, it's raw, and it can't be faked. When Kelly's emotions spilled over, all eyes turned to Mark. Some expected him to lighten the moment with humor. Others thought he might quickly steer the show back on track. Instead, he did something far more meaningful. He held her hand. He looked at her with quiet reassurance, an expression that spoke volumes. In that silence was strength, comfort, and decades of love. No scriptwriter could have crafted a gesture more powerful. That moment reminded everyone watching what true partnership looks like. It isn't just about laughter in good times. It's about unwavering presence in the hardest moments. Within minutes, the internet exploded. Social media lit up with clips, comments, and waves of support. One fan wrote, "I grew up watching Kelly. Seeing her cry felt like seeing a family member in pain." Another said, "This feels like the end of an era. My mornings will never be the same." For many, this wasn't just celebrity news, it was personal. Over years of broadcasts, Kelly and Mark had become woven into people's lives. Their presence in the mornings was as comforting as a ritual, and their farewell felt like losing a piece of family. For viewers in their 60s, especially those who had followed Kelly since her soap opera days and then embraced her on live, the moment hit even harder. They had watched her fall in love, raise her family, and share life's ups and downs. Watching her break down live on air was a reminder that behind the fame, she is just as human, just as vulnerable as the rest of us. And isn't that the real magic of television? That two people on a screen can step into our lives so seamlessly that when they cry, we cry with them. Kelly Ripa's farewell to Mark Consuelos wasn't just a TV moment, it was a cultural one. It reminded us that love, vulnerability, and raw emotion have the power to connect millions of strangers in an instant. Through her tears and Mark's quiet strength, we saw the beauty of authenticity. We saw why, even after decades, television still has the ability to bring us together in ways that no polished Instagram post ever could. And maybe, just maybe, that's why this moment will be remembered for years to come.